What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the Black Ops Pass, and I really don't agree with Activision's decision to bring this out, in all honesty, and I don't think anyone does in the Call of Duty community right now, because it took them so long to announce it, and we were all going, you know what, we're going to get free DLC this time. There was lots of rumours about that, getting free DLC and everything, because they never announced any sort of DLC pass or anything like that. Now, what is the Black Ops Pass? In essentially, it's a Black Ops Season Pass. That's all it is. It's just a Season Pass. You get 4, custom character items or something for the Blackout mode, which that's another topic in its own right, to be fair. I don't think that the Blackout mode should be locked behind the paywall of buying Black Ops 4. I think it should just be free for everyone to play, because that is limiting the player base and the potential for that game, in my opinion. I do think that and the Battlefield 5 one, where you have to buy both of the games to get the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale mode. You have to buy the Season Pass to get it, or no, you have to buy the actual game to get it. Same with Black Ops 4 to get Blackout. I just don't think that's a good business model for either game, and I just don't think it's going to work out very well when they're competing with something which is the absolute giant of gaming right now, which is Fortnite, which is completely free to play. Why would you think it was a good idea? Locking a game behind another game, so you have to buy that particular game for $60 or $40 or whatever it is to actually get the Battle Royale game in the background that you wanted to play initially. I really don't think that's a good idea, and I think it's only going to hurt the player base in the future. And right on day one. Same with the Black Ops Pass. I feel like it's splitting the player base in half right here, right now. I feel like it's the most stupid thing they could have done, because day one you're going to have people that have DLC and people that don't, meaning that the player base is already split in half in some sort of way. Not to mention that some people don't even like the way Black Ops 4 looks or the way it's playing so far. They haven't even played the game, but they've already decided now that this Black Ops Pass has come out and all the rest of it, that they're not actually going to be buying the game or playing the game even day one. Meaning that you are splitting and dividing the player base even more, which is why there's people going back to Black Ops 1 like I did in my previous video, and other Call of Duty games, because they just want to play the games that they remember playing and enjoying in the past. Not the fact that there's a brilliant game coming out this year in Black Ops 4. They don't care about that anymore, because you just shit all over it with the Black Ops Pass. The Black Ops Pass essentially is the old Season Pass revised a little bit, so instead of getting 4 DLC packs over time, you end up getting 1 map every month or something like that in the future. So you get a DLC map every single month, which is more maps and more DLC consistently to try and keep that player base right there. What's another problem? Supply drops, cosmetics, weapons. There's no mention whether this Season Pass or this Black Ops Pass gives you access to any weapons whatsoever. Now, we know for a fact from previous games like World War II, like Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3, that there will be weapons in supply drops, whether that's base weapons only or whether that's variants as well. We have no idea at this point. Now, what I would like to see change is, if they were going to keep this Black Ops Pass as a thing, is they change it from DLC maps and DLC, items and everything like that, to a weapon pass. The reason I say that is then everyone that has this weapon pass gets the base variant of that gun. Say they bring back the PPSH, you get the PPSH base variant, but what you don't get is like the PPSH Speakeasy or something, or the PPSH Wonder Waffle or whatever. Like, you don't get that variant, you have to get the variant set of supply drops, and if the cosmetic only, I don't think anyone would really have a problem with that, especially if you could unlock them weapons with a challenge if you do not have that Season Pass. or that weapon pass. I think that's the best way to go about it if they want to keep that same sort of business model. But for me right now, please make Blackout free to play day one, because if you lock it behind any sort of paywall, whether you have to buy Black Ops 4 or whether you have to buy Blackout in its own right, people are going to not play it. People aren't going to pay that money if they only want to play that game. They'll just move on to something like Fortnite or PUBG that's much cheaper. Now, if they want to play Black Ops 4 and they want to play Blackout as well, yeah, they will have to pay for it. But honestly, I feel like this model is so outdated, and I think it can only hurt the franchise right now, because it's just going to put more and more people off buying the game, because you're paying for way more than you ever should. And Black Ops 4 and Activision are way behind the times when it comes to the DLC model right now. Battlefield 5 realised this and has decided no supply drops, no loot boxes, and everyone gets the DLC for free. That means that everyone that has Battlefield 5, no matter how long they have that game, will get all the content whenever they buy it. Day 1 or day like 271, they're going to have all the content from that specific update, and from the newest updates and whatever updates come up throughout that year and throughout the game's life cycle, they will get all the DLC for free, meaning that that player base is really tight, really knit in, and everyone gets all the maps, all the content to play for free. This is the DLC, the way DLC should be when it comes to Black Ops 4, because all it does if you don't do that is it splits the player base. Whether it splits it in half or whether it splits it into 4 doesn't really make too much of a difference. But I do not want to be trying to play Black Ops 4 because I feel like I am going to actually be buying this game. I want to try the beta, I want to play it, I want to see what it's like, obviously first. But I do think I'm going to end up buying the game. But I do not want to be playing Jimmy Two Thumbs from fucking Australia in a lobby of 15 people in TDM, because there is only 2 games of TDM in the whole fucking world on PS4 because of all this crap that's going on. I do not want that to happen. I want this game to succeed. I want this game to do well, and as a Call of Duty fan from 10 years ago or whatever now, I've been playing since like before Black Ops 1, I absolutely do not want to see this game fail. I don't want to see this franchise die, because it's one of my favourite franchises of all time, and I really enjoy playing Call of Duty games. That's why I'm still playing World War II till this day. I'm still playing Black Ops 3 and all the other Call of Duty games as well. And I feel like this Black Ops Pass could really put the nail in the coffin when it comes to this franchise, and especially the way it's going. Because if they continue to go down this route this year, then when Modern Warfare 4 or whatever it is that comes out for an Infinity War comes out, guess what's going to happen? No one's going to buy it. The player base is going to get smaller and smaller every year. The people that are playing it and buying that season pass is going to get smaller and smaller every year, and eventually the franchise is just going to completely fall off the face of the earth, because Activision is too money hungry and too blind to see that the whole gaming industry has moved on from this type of business model. They've now moved to the free to play, or you pay for the game once and you get everything else for free model that is much more improved and is much more focused on making the game enjoyable for the player base that is playing, and keeping player retention high and keeping you coming back to the game, so that you'll buy all the skins and different things throughout the year's life cycle, so that in turn, in the long run, Activision would actually make way more money than they would if they were just selling DLC like they have in the past. Now, in all honesty, looking at it, I think that the skins way of doing things and everything like that would be really cool if you can integrate score streak skins and all the rest of it into the loot boxes, or maybe even into just a thing where you pay like $2-3 for a score streak skin or whatever. I think that would be really cool, especially if that vehicle thing transfers into like the Blackout game. So, say for example, you unlock the chopper gunner from, say, Black Ops 1 as a skin. When you go into the blackout mode, if you're in a chopper, it becomes sort of like the chopper gunner helicopter or whatever. Obviously, that wouldn't be a thing in Battle Royale, because obviously score streaks shouldn't be in that mode in my opinion, but we'll see what the hell they do with it. But in all honesty, I think that that is going to be the best way to do things in this way. And when it comes to skins for your characters, they should be transferable from game to game, especially if you are going to lock the blackout behind that paywall of buying Black Ops 4. But in all honesty, let me know what you guys think down below. I've seen tons of videos on this topic already, and I agree with pretty much all of them. I agree that this business model is completely outdated, it should no longer be a thing, and that they really need to get their act together and change it very, very soon before it completely kills the Call of Duty franchise. Because if they don't change it, and it does kill the franchise, all these people that are making these videos are just going to turn around to Activision and go, told you so. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content coming very soon. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.